All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and rule well. And peace and blessings to the elect and sincere brothers and sisters. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And I have an article from express.co.uk. And it's headline, Volcano Eruption Warning. Tens of volcano earthquakes rumbling around the world. All right. Now we know the prophecy of earthquakes in diverse places, fire and things like that in the earth. You know what happened in the last days, and this is just further proof of that happening. All right. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says a large number of earthquakes have been felt beneath volcanoes across the world, sparking fears of major eruptions. So are any volcanoes erupting, and could there be a violent explosion? Now, I had talked about this briefly at the camp yesterday. I just mentioned, you know, how you got these prophecies, you know, coming quickly, you know, because the scripture says when you read 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Well, these different natural disasters, as they called, and different things in the earth, these are all the signs of those perilous times. All right. So let me start off with the prophecy that I want to get. This is Joel, the 2nd chapter. I'm starting at verse 28. It says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions." Okay? So the spirit of prophecy is upon all flesh, all right, as far as, you know, different visions and dreams. Even these different heathens, they have different certain dreams and go into certain trances, such as what happened to, I believe it was Balaam. When you go to the book of Numbers, the Lord gave him a vision of what the nation of Israel were to do in the last days. Okay? But more importantly, the spirit of prophecy is come upon the children of Israel, or I should say the sons of Israel, and the men of the Lord, starting with the men of Great Millstone. We've been seeing these different news reports, and then we filter them through the scriptures, all right, and give you what the Lord said. All right, verse 29, it says, "And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth." And this is the main point. All right. It says, "And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke." And when these volcanoes erupt, you know, that's what you see, fire and pillar of smoke. Okay. You're seeing blood, you're seeing war, you're seeing riots, you're seeing protests, you're seeing shootings and killings, you know, death and destruction. All right. You're seeing the chariots, you know, as the wonders in the heavens. You're seeing, you know, the different creatures dying and things like that, beaching themselves, you know, in the earth. You see these signs. Verse 31, it says, "The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood." And we know about the solar eclipse that happened in 2017 in August. You know, we know about the blood moon that happened this year in January. So these are signs of the times. It says, "Before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come." And the terrible day of the Lord come is when the ultimate destruction, which is also mentioned in Joel, the 2nd chapter, of the nuclear missiles destroying Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. Joel 2 and 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. That's talking about the nuclear missiles. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, speaking about America, because it's a country that hasn't been touched by war from outside countries. It says, "And behind them a desolate wilderness," because once the warheads strike the soil of America, it's going to leave behind a desert. It says, "Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run." That's why when you see these missiles they're going to be launched, and there's going to be multiple missiles launched, over 200 million missiles, and they're all going to be shot off, looking like an army of horses being driven to their target. And the Spirit of the Lord is going to be in those nuclear missiles. But we have these signs here, such as these earthquakes and these volcanoes being activated throughout the earth and erupting and taking place, that's letting us know what time we're in. All right? So back in the article, it says in Hawaii, a total of 18 earthquakes have been measured under Kilauea volcano during the last 18 hours. Now, this is from Thursday, so just imagine how much now in today's Sunday. So this is what, almost 4 days later. It says the largest earthquakes measured on the Big Island was a magnitude 2.2 earthquake measured on Wednesday, 6 kilometers southwest of the volcano. Kilauea is showing increased signs of activity as the summit lava lake remains at a high level and continues to rise. Hawaiian Volcano Observatory spokeswoman Janet Babb said overall it's been on the high side, but this latest inflation is just pushing up even higher. So these things are taking place not just in Hawaii but all over the world, right? You got Kilauea volcano eruption. What type of volcano is Kilauea? Yellowstone breakthrough. Fierce supervolcano rising from the ocean. And these are things that the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Awashai is doing. Okay? I'm going to keep reading. It says, according to the HVO, the lava level is continuing to rise, and there has been a slight increase in seismicity on the East Rift Zone near the summit area. Meaning, the rise in tremors, okay? It's been an increase in the rise in the wave of tremors that's been happening on this island, right? Now it says in Mexico, the Cerro Prieto volcano is showing an increase in activity with the magnitude 2.4 earthquake measured. Cerro Prieto, okay? Yeah, the earthquake there. It says the volcano is located in the Mexican state of Baja California, and the earthquake measured might be volcanic in original at a depth of 12 kilometers. A volcanic tectonic earthquake is an earthquake induced by the movement, either injection or withdrawal of magma. So you got magma moving throughout these fault lines and things in the earth, and this is going to be pushed out through these volcanoes. It's building up all this pressure. It says these earthquakes do not indicate the volcano will be erupting, but can occur at any time. Let's see. It says a swarm of earthquakes has been detected under the Clear Lake volcano in California. 16 have been measured during the past 21 hours at depths ranging between 4.4 and 0.2 kilometers. Clear Lake Volcanic Field is located about 90 miles north of San Francisco. The most prominent volcanic feature says 300,000-year-old, but we know that these things were created at a much shorter time period. Only a couple of thousands of years, and the earth is now being visited by the Spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, and these things are being activated. See, when you go to the time of Noah, all right, and let me get this scripture. When you go to the time of Noah, it speaks about how the different waters were let's see here. 2 Peter, 3rd chapter. All right, this is 2 Peter chapter 3. All right. It says this. It says, for this they are, this 2 Peter 3 and 5, for this they wittingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth, right, going back to the time of Noah, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Because in the time of Noah, all the different waterways and things were open. the springs of the deeps and things in the heavens, in the clouds in the heavens, they rained down water upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and the earth was flooded. All right. So it says, verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So now the Lord is awakening these sources of fire in the earth, and that's going to help destroy and change, the earth in itself, along with the nuclear missiles. Okay, but it's going to be the nuclear missiles that destroy this wicked kingdom that the so-called white man has set up in the earth, man. All right. So I'm going to keep reading back in the article. It says the volcanic field has not erupted for several millennia. Sporadic volcanic type earthquakes do occur, and the numerous hot springs and volcanic gas seeps in the area point to its potential to erupt again. Across the world, in Greece, a magnitude 2.7 earthquake was felt beneath the Nizaros volcano, which may have been volcanic in its origin. The Greek island in the Aegean Sea, and it's the youngest volcano. I'm not going to read these big numbers, right? You got the Sakurajima volcano in Japan has recently been showing higher levels of activity. It says explosive activity was recorded at Sabancaya in Peru, with explosions averaging at 15 per day between April 9th and the 15th. All right. So it's just a number of volcanoes around the world and earthquakes happening, but it's all the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's activating these things, because it's the spirit of prophecy. He said it was going to happen, and now he's doing it. All right. But with that, I'm going to end it there. The prophecies are speaking more and more. Things are to come within the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, and us as watchmen, here at Great Millstone, the true prophets, we're here to give you the news, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.